Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, April 28th, 2024, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast. This is episode 111 Combat, aka the Combat Edition. We are your hosts. I'm TJ.
I'm Matt.
I'm Bryce.
And today we are gathered here to talk about UFC Vegas 91, aka UFC Fight Night, Nicolau versus Perez. This took place, of course, at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. Smaller octagon size is what it is, but hey, just off rip, this was a sleeper card. Like there were everybody in here came to fight, and you had majority finishes in this main
for
card.
real.
Like majority finishes. People did not come to play.
An extravagant match.
Look, I'm not even gonna hold y'all any longer. I'm gonna pass it over to Matt. He's gonna take us into the opener of the main card. Go ahead, bro.
Well, grand open and grand closing.
Wait, hold on. Before we even go any further, my bad. We made some picks about this card, and damn near all my picks were wrong, except I think for Kairini Silva versus Ariane De Silva, formerly Ariane Lipski. But go on, Matt.
So we had our first one. We had Tim Means versus the doctor Udos Medic. And all right. So
the doctor was in.
The doctor was there for sure.
Delivering anesthesia.
So what
Hell no.
I'm gonna say this. There was a freaky fast finish for sure.
Damn, not Jimmy Johns.
Usually the doctor comes in the cage and stops the fight, and that was the same situation here.
Sorry.
So that's why I felt like that nickname was appropriate. Udos Medic went up against Tim Means, veteran of not just the UFC but MMA in general. Man, was definitely hoping for a better outcome for Tim Means, having come off of a crazy fight of the night victory over Andre Fialho, who I'm sure is still looking for a fight right now. And I didn't have a lot of high hope for him coming into this fight, just because, like, though Medic is inexperienced in comparison, he has a 100% finish rate,
which is insane.
And
Y'all know how hard that is?
I'm always concerned about that, especially because he has losses, and his losses are all finishes as well. This guy's only going one direction or the other.
The sword. Yeah.
Bro, that's some scary shit. Hey, man, one of us going down.
Listen to me. Here's what's scarier. First fight, TKO finish. Second fight, sub, first round. Third fight, TKO finish. Fourth fight, sub, first round. Fifth fight, TKO finish. Sixth fight, TKO finish. Seventh fight, TKO finish. Jalen Turner chokes him out. Then he fights Omar Morales, TKO finish. Another TKO finish. He gets subbed with a neck crank in November of last year. And guess what happened last night? TKO finish. This man threw this uppercut on Tim Means when Means tried to cut this angle. And this is like the worst kind of uppercut to catch, because like the way that he rattled his brain with the uppercut. So he lost his balance. So right. Tim Means drops. So not only does he get uppercutted, he made Tim Means fall onto his own knee.
Yeah, I remember
his
that.
His chin slams into his own knee on the way down. And then he gets stopped on top of that. The referee got in there quickly and did not really let him take a lot of punches. And he seemed like he didn't like super protest. It was like, nah, come on, man. But like, bro, you was fucked up. Like, I'm just like respectfully. I'm just saying it respectfully. No, for real. The uppercut into the falling onto your knee, bro, he had to save him from himself. I like Tim Means, so I wouldn't want to see him take no like crazy amount of damage. But like, also it's like, like learn a trade. You feel me? No, because like he's taking a lot of bad losses.
There was a better way to set that though.
That was crazy.
You said learn a trade. Feel me?
I apologize, because I definitely didn't mean no disrespect. I was just like, I don't like seeing him get TKO, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, maybe that's just me. Anybody have any thoughts on the fight? Anybody else? TJ?
I got nothing else to say, bro. It's just I was honestly hoping for Dirty Bird to pull a victory.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just what it is, man. Medic is like unblemished finish rate stays unblemished. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
got to say. Bryce, you had any thoughts on it?
Um, he just ran right into that uppercut. It was that he was out. Yeah, good showing, but he just got caught. He got caught at the door. That's it.
He got caught at the door. I love the sayings.
Got caught at the door. He tried to open up some. Met him at the door. That's it.
Straight freaky fast finish for real.
Bro, he got his Jimmy Johns. I hope they get a sandwich. Like,
I
if you
actually wouldn't want a sandwich. Like, don't give me oh, what's this? Like, oh, you got the freaky fast finish. Like, because the motherfucker knocked me out. Like, don't give me no sandwich for that.
no, see, that's crazy. You shouldn't get the sandwich if you get knocked out. You get the
Oh,
sandwich.
you saying? Got you. I thought you were saying if you got knocked. I was like, Bryce, come on, G. Like, that's so blatantly
That's
disrespectful.
disrespectful as fuck. Hey, you want a sandwich? Get the fuck out of my face.
Hey, man, stop playing with me, dog.
You can put
Bro,
the
you
cold
gotta eat,
cuts
bro.
in.
You got knocked out. You need nutrition. This is Jimmy
You,
John's.
you
They
can use
do
the
like a
cold cuts
commercial on you.
to bring the swelling down.
You see, this turkey tom is full of protein and carbohydrates, and this is what you need right now to get you functional. This is sponsored by Jimmy John's as well. You need to take the sandwich. It's in the contract.
It's like, nigga, if you don't eat this sandwich,
You don't eat this motherfucking sandwich. It's gonna be another freaky fast.
Imagine they get knocked out again because they didn't eat the sandwich.
They wake up in a sandwich on top of them.
You get a different sandwich.
Two sandwiches. They get
Get
two
the Jimmy
sandwiches.
John sandwich or you get the knuckle sandwich, my man. Which one you want?
Either way, you go get your fill.
Oh man. All
They,
right.
they they ask you said either you gonna eat this turkey Tom or I get my nigga named Tom. What you gonna do?
Oh, damn. It's turkey Tom or don't hurt me Tom. Which one you want?
What's happening here?
Who want to take our next one?
I can go into Jonathan Pierce versus David Onama. I feel like we've actually covered David Onama's fights on the podcast before. So I was rooting for him, but I was surprised that he missed weight. Like, what's the upper limit? 146 and some change, and he was at like 148. So, the story goes, if you miss weight, it's a story of like one or two things, right? Something got mismanaged during the weight cut, right? Or you just didn't really give a fuck. But there's something about the repercussions about weight cuts, which are missing weight, which I think allowed to kind of continue to perpetuate. In that there's really no repercussions, right? Like you might, I guess we can't say that to Charles Oliveira, but for the most part with fighters, it's like they miss weight. I mean, they lose maybe a percentage of their purse, but some fighters are still going to try to win. But at that level, the pounds matter. And this is what I will say for what it's worth. David Onama didn't look like he had any stamina issues. It was a unanimous decision win, but that is to say it wasn't like unanimous decision like, oh, he won all 3 rounds. No. 2 rounds went to Onama, 1 round went to JSP Jonathan Pierce. What I will also say, Jonathan Pierce has a crazy chin. I don't know how long that chin is going to last him, but David Onama has really good boxing. Like, I don't know if you guys were peeping, but like he was sniper rifle with it. Like the amount of times his left hook was right on the money, his right cross was right on the money on Jonathan Pierce's chin, and Pierce was still standing. I was like, that's going to shave some years off of his life for sure. But first round, I'd give it to Man, I don't know. I feel like second round was definitely Pierce. First round, I feel like was Onama, and the last round was definitely Onama. They even had their own like off-brand, great value, Holloway, Gaethje moment where it's like they
Yeah.
pointed down the man. They're like, all right, come on, let's settle this out. And then it was another situation. I was like, man, how is Jonathan Pierce still standing? But what did I say? It didn't end in a finish. It ended in a unanimous decision, but it was honestly a pretty good fight to watch. What'd y'all think?
I thought the
Go ahead.
great. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Bryce.
I thought it was great. I thought it was very even. Jonathan Pierce really started out strong. But just David Onama with the defense and just being
Yeah,
able
takedown defense was on 12.
takedown defense was insane. And just like in that third round, just seeing the difference in hands. Like I completely see why the strategy for Pierce was to get David Onama on the ground and capitalize, because once they were on the feet, it was just not even it wasn't very close. He was just picking them apart.
Yeah.
Great showing. That third round was definitely his. Pierce did have his moments, but just like you said, that grappling defense was phenomenal. He was ready for that
You
fight.
said that, bro. I agreed with you.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. But yeah, I great showing by Onam. Great showing. Great showing.
What'd you think, Matt?
I thought this fight actually was pretty entertaining. This was like an MMA match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was every element that you could ask for. There was grappling, there was striking, there was jujitsu. There was just some of everything. So I really appreciated it. um, I thought the right person won. I just thought overall, to be honest with you, I thought we were gonna see a finish the way that Onama was landing some of those strikes.
For
I
real.
I definitely thought we was gonna see a finish, and Jonathan Pierce was like, who was that for? So
He said no
um
Jimmy Johns today.
no, he said this gonna be, he says, fight of the night or nothing, brother, because I'm not going nowhere. But no, I felt like these guys were like, shout out to the matchmakers, because I felt like this matchup was actually like you could understand seeing it why this matchup was made.
Like this one, and then the Silva versus Silva.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you see the numbers on this, you would feel like the wrong person won, but you would have to see it. It's
Damage.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, damage, but also this was the first time personally, and I wrote this down in my notes. This is the first time I've noticed in a UFC graphic that they showed how many times a takedown had been reversed.
Mm.
They actually showed a number on the screen at one point early on where it showed like it said David Onama reversals 2. And he had
Mm.
already, pretty much transitioned those takedowns. So what I'm saying is like if you look at paper, right? Jonathan Pierce went for 14 takedowns, got 5. Now that's 35 percentage. It's not really great, but he got 5 takedowns. And you'd be like, okay, so obviously if he got those 5 takedowns, he, that explains why he would have went for 14 of them if he was getting them off. But every time he was taking David Onama down, it wasn't like he would either get rolled over or it would get reversed into something where he would end up being in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't really score the grappling in your favor if you initiated something that put you in trouble. And
Right.
like put you in trouble right away. Not like it was a scramble. You know what I'm saying? And because sometimes you just lose those. It's like you put yourself in a position that you assumed was going to be better for you than it was. So that's all I got.
Yeah.
Who got the next one?
Uh. Yep.
Uh,
Ooh.
It's
heavy,
all on me now.
heavyweight battle between Austin Lane and Jonata Dennis. Um, let's just get into it. There's
Joe
really,
not about to win this. Sorry.
Damn.
yeah.
That's what he said to Austin Lane. Sorry.
So yeah.
Damn.
Austin knew what he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
He knew he knew where he did not need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Going into the fight. Well, let me just give a little bit of background on Janata. Apparently, he is a Muay Thai specialist. He's like Pahea. And motherfuckers was saying you gotta watch out for that hook. That hook will put you down.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying that in the left hook. They were saying that in the commentary.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz was like, hey, he sets it up with a leg kick.
Yep, yep. Austin Lane gets in there, strategy, which is completely understandable. Take this dude down. Very clearly we see that his Austin Lane's takedown was very powerful. I don't think it was very technical. Maybe TJ could.
No, it was straight up football.
Yeah, yeah. He tapped. He fucking Goldberg speared him. Took the leg and speared him. Got him to the ground, and for the first round, he pretty much just dominated on the ground, kept him down, kept with the striking, and Jonata couldn't do anything. It really looked like the fight was gonna go in Austin's favor. And then they got up to that second round, and it was very clear that not only did the ground take a little bit out of Jonata, it also took it out of Austin. Austin was not as clean as he was in that first round. He was throwing some against Jonata, but it wasn't effective. He was going for takedowns. He got 1 out of 4, which puts into perspective. After that first takedown was a success, Jonata was like, "I'm not going to the ground again."
But just to chime in, like 1 out of 4, but the takedown he got in the first round, basically the next 4 minutes of the round were just Austin in dominant positions.
Yeah. Yep.
Like he had like 4 minutes almost of like ground control time.
Yeah. But in that second round, it was not the same. Austin would try to go for the takedowns, but it was not working. In fact, I want to say one takedown he tried, he just ended up like just falling.
Mm-hmm.
It was very bad. Yeah. Austin fell. Austin got tired. Very clearly he was tired. He didn't have anything left in the gas tank, and Jonata took advantage and knocked him out with the hook. He was out on his feet. He was just still standing, still trying to fight to it. He got hit a couple times, and then he just fell like a tree. Yeah.
Literally, though.
Literally, he was out like a light. That hook is nasty, and I see why they spoke about that, because he was not there anymore. I will pass this along to Matt.
Nah, freaky fast finish. We back,
Nah.
No, but in all honesty, this was like one of those situations. I was saying this before we started. If you saw round 1, you definitely would not have assumed that this fight was going to end the way that it did. But alas, that was ultimately the situation. It was night and day. I think Austin just burned a lot of energy in that first round. I think a little bit more than he may have planned to, and that's how you end up there. So sucks to see that situation happen like that. But we'll see what happens. The undefeated streak continues.
Might just a tough break, Nick.
But, hey, for real, low key.
You want your RB sandwich or no?
Wow, TJ.
I said this earlier. I've never seen somebody get like fall in slow motion after getting hit like that. That was crazy. Because you guys have to understand, he had Jonata Denise dead to rights in round 1. Like, he was getting the ground and pound together when there was less than 10 seconds left in the round, but he had him dead to rights, and then round 2 happened. You're like, man, sucks, huh? Like, it was crazy. I don't have anything else to say, man. That was wild. Who's got Ariane Da Silva versus Karine Silva?
I'll take it. So we got Ariane Da Silva against Karine Silva, and this fight was at women's flyweight. Pretty much, we've been seeing a little bit more of Karine Silva lately. She's been pretty much trying to climb the ranks. I mean, like they all are, but
I
You
think we
kind
covered her debut.
I believe so because she just debuted with the UFC not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just came off of the Contender Series. Yeah, I believe we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was on the Volkov and Rosenstrike card back in 2022. So, oh shit, we've been doing this for a minute. Anyway,
Mhm.
uh, so she is currently on a win streak since she's been in the UFC. She's undefeated so far. Um, up until coming into this fight, she's had all first round stoppages, all submissions. And they've been, a guillotine choke, a Bravo choke, which I don't even know what that is, and a knee bar. And, she, is really just looking to compound on her momentum going forward because, like everybody else in the division, she wants a title shot. On the other side, we got Ariane De Silva, who's a little bit more of a veteran in the UFC, having been there since 2022, and she's fought really some of everybody. She's fought Molly McCann, Joanne Calderwood, if you remember that one. She's fought Anatonia Shevchenko. You know, she's fought a handful of names within the division. So she's also coming off of a 3-fight win streak, two decisions and one submission in the second round. And let me tell you something, man. Grappling was king or queen rather in this fight, whatever is considered respectful in this regard. Because man, Kareem Silva got this woman down whenever she felt like it. Like, I mean, even if you look at the numbers, she was 5 for 6 on takedowns. The ground control was crazy. The consistent submission threats, just I don't know, man. It was just to me, it was a really clear dominating performance in one direction for Kareem Silva.
Now we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge Ariani's defense, because I mean at the end of the day too,
Yeah, she
Carini
didn't
didn't
get
finish
stopped.
her. She didn't get finished. But nonetheless, like you said, there was some domination.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll just pass it to you, TJ, from there.
Look, man, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, so what was crazy is if you just looked at the first round, you would have thought they were evenly matched because they literally had a reversal of a situation that happened to them where one of them ended up on their back, the other one stood up, started kicking the legs, and then they literally switched positions. I don't know how to explain it, but where it's like initially it was Ariane on her back, Karina was like, get up. Then it was Karina on her back, and Ariane's like, get your ass up, right? But then round 2 and 3, it was just the Carini show featuring Ariane. It was like, all right, who gets to keep the name Silva? And it just ended up being Carini. Now, like again, Carini could not finish her, but make no mistake, there was domination. The match ended with Carini on Ariane's back.
Yeah.
Like, it speaks for itself, right? So I'm not saying hit your wagon to Karini's star, but pay attention and keep an eye on her because she's going to be rising through these ranks soon enough. Bryce, what'd you think?
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. I do want to see her against more. I'm gonna enjoy watching her climb the division. She's definitely gonna do that. I wonder who's gonna be more of a challenge for her
Mm,
because just in these fights it seems like she's very dominant. She has a great display of ability, especially her jujitsu. Her
yeah.
jujitsu is fucking crazy.
How many submission wins does she have at
Even
this point,
even
right?
with the silver like that first. You said
Wait,
what?
well, I was going to say, how many submission wins does she have at this point?
That's a good question. Let's fucking see. Corinne De Silva. Let's see. 2023. Check that. Of course, this one was by decision. My phone want to trip out on me right now, but it's cool. Um, damn, damn, you failed me.
10.
Okay. Let's see. There
She
we
has
go.
10. She has 10 submission finishes.
10
That's insane.
submissions.
And
So
10 submission finishes out of her 18 wins.
yeah, so clearly she is knowledgeable about putting people to sleep. Um,
She's gonna be a problem in this flyweight division. I can't wait to see more of her. She's on a roll. She's climbing to the top. But yeah. Um, Matt, did you give your thoughts?
Yeah, I did. I started it off. You got past the TJ.
All right, TJ.
Oh, it's on me.
It's on
Yep.
you.
All right, now on to Matt's favorite fight of the night. Light heavyweight bout between Ryan Spann and great value Anthony Smith, aka Bogdan Gushkov from Uzbekistan. Look, bro, I thought Ryan Spann had it in the first half, not gonna lie. And then Bogdan Gushkov went.
There's a lot of that going
mink.
around.
He said mink, and then it was over. This is the part that got me. Just the amount of unanswered shots that were delivered for the fight got stopped. I just told the guys off air, I was like, I think he lost consciousness 3 times. It's crazy enough that you get put out and brought back by strikes only to get put out again while the ref is there, though. That's insane. So,
like, bro, help me.
It's like it's clearly not easy to be a referee. However, it's if your fighter isn't even making an effort to defend anymore and you see their eyes roll in the back of their head, please stop it before some irreversible damage gets done. But yeah, Bogdan Gushkov, like, man, he got a performance of the night bonus, bro. That was insane. That was insane. For all intent, on paper, there was no reason for Ryan Spann not to have this fight. So, and then I'm pretty sure I picked him, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? And I was like, who we gonna pick for this? I was like, Ryan Spann, Superman. Good thing I don't actually bet on fights.
And I'd be so mad.
Shit, I'll pass it to you, Bryce. What you think?
Look, he tried. Look, Spad got in some shots, man. There was some shots he got on Guskov. I heard the smack. That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, the cup shot was crazy too.
Yeah, it's just, man. He got caught. That was that.
God.
That was that.
He got.
He got. Better about the dough. That's what it is, man.
Better about the dough.
Spad got heart. Like Spad got heart. He's always gonna be a fun fight for what I've always seen from him. Just, man, like, that knockout power is insane.
Yeah.
When he first got hit and got stuck, I was like, oh man, that could have missed out right there. But maybe that was the wake up call needed, because the next fight that did not happen. I ain't got nothing else to say, really.
Hey, well, it's on you. Wait, hold on, it's not on you.
No,
Matt,
it's on you.
What'd you think?
Oh, Bryce covered it pretty quick. I mean,
succinctly.
Yeah, he covered it pretty succinctly. It wasn't even really a tale of two halves. It was a 2-round fight. Ryan Spann, it was a fight, and like Bryce said, it was, when it was time, it was time.
Yeah,
that's all I could really say. I mean, there isn't really much to report as far as this fight.
At the end of the day has to end.
Hey, for real, that's really where I'm at with it. If I'm being honest. You want to take care of our main event, actually?
I think it's on Bryce, no?
Oh, it's on me.
Didn't Bryce just do? Bryce just did Ryan Spann.
I was doing Ryan Spann and Bogdan Gushkov. I kicked us off. Yeah, no, it's back on you, Matt.
No, I just did Kareem Silva and Ariane De Silva.
No, I did Kareem Silva.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, bro. What y'all talking about?
I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. It's on me. It's on
Bryce
me.
did.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I did later, Jonata. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. All right, let's do this. Mateus Nicolau versus Alex Perez. I knew how the fight was gonna go. Mainly because of 2 things.
One, the way they was talking about it in Nicolau's corner, he said, bro, he put everything in that punch. He put everything in that hook. He is trying to knock you out. Please be aware of the hook. The commentary said, damn, he really throwing that hook. They like, bro, he's really putting everything in the shot. I hope he takes advantage of that. Yeah. This is really the only thing that, like, in retrospect, that I'm focusing on, because they kept talking about him trying to, like, tear his lights out. I'll go over the numbers. Clearly Alex Perez won via TKO KO with that hook. Mateus had 22 out of 55 total strikes, 22 out of 55 significant strikes. Alex Perez had 28 out of 71 total strikes and 28 out of 28 out of 71 significant strikes with one knockdown. That's all it took. Alex Perez, they was trading back and forth. It was pretty even the first round from what I remember. Nicolau got worried about that hook, and still Alex kind of got him down, got his pieces in, and then he just hit him so hard. Like it looked like it was like a 3-second delay for the effect of that hook to come in. Because I just remember Nicolau just being on the ground, maybe trying to collect himself, and then just falling on the cage, and it was over. I don't know if that was a freaky fast finish. I don't know if that was Jimmy John's appropriate, but yeah, nah, that was crazy.
I mean, it was pretty early on into the second round.
It was pretty, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Yeah.
It just went mink. I was like, all right.
Yeah. So it says that Alex Perez just got somebody in the top 5, so he has his he can call out the champ. So that's interesting how that will play out later. We'll see. But yeah, just that hook, man. That shit was nasty. He had friendship on that hook. He had an anime hook. Yeah, he had friendship on that motherfucker. Because that's what they was talking about too. Like he helped people train and everybody on his side. I was like, yeah, no, he got friendship on that motherfucker. He got the squad in that punch. There was no one.
Hilarious.
He got the squad on it.
But what's crazy is, like, you guys have to understand, flyweight isn't necessarily a division where knockouts are commonplace. They don't weigh a crazy amount to be knocking people out like that. And to see something that brutal at that weight class,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
like it was like a one-punch walk-off. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it was. I mean, he pieced him up and then caught him with it. I think
it was a one punch knockoff. It was when he hit him with that last one. He stepped out of there.
He was like, gone. He's like, hey, ref, warmed him up for you.
No, for real. I mean,
yeah,
it was one of those.
Well, I was gonna say, Matt, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, if you have ever seen Alex Perez fight, this is, his own brand. Like, he fights like vintage. What's the fighter's nickname? The Carpenter.
Hard. Damn.
With the curly hair, he's from like Naperville.
Clay
Guida.
Clay Guida
Fights he fights like old school Clay Guida. Like, he just gets in there and he's letting his hands go. If Alex Perez is there for violence, I don't know if he's there for nothing else. I don't know if he knows that, like, he don't have to take punches. I don't know if he knows that, like, that person isn't supposed to stand there and take them. I don't know. I just know that when he get in there, he ready to let them bitches go, and he definitely went in there and was going crazy. So I appreciated it. I felt like the writing was on the wall after that first round. Like you guys said, the coaches was like, look, he's trying to knock you out with this hook, but like he was just like, he was coming after him so aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it didn't feel like he ever had any Didn't feel like he ever put him in a situation where he was forcing him to, where he was forcing respect or anything like that. So Alex Perez just kept coming after him,
Yeah.
and that's really just my feelings on this. I never after that first round, I didn't have a lot of faith in him because it was like he has nothing holding him back. He has nothing that's preventing Alex Perez from feeling like he should come forward. No, but that was my thoughts. What was y'all favorite fight of the night?
Ooh, I'm not gonna count any of the knockouts. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Um, I think I'm gonna go De Silva versus Silva because it was a good show. It was a good show. Good showing. What about you, TJ?
I'm probably gonna go. I will count the knockouts, and I'm just gonna say, man, which one was it? Honestly, the main event, Perez versus Nicolau, because
Same.
that was insane.
Same. They kept a crazy pace. They just went after it, man.
It was a true flyweight MMA bout. Because the flyweights, it honestly, I've said this before in the past. I don't know if I've ever said it with you guys, but to me, it feels like watching anime in real time. I don't know.
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
I don't know how to explain it, but when you get like two flyweights who put on a crazy pace, it feels like watching anime.
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, I
Same.
agree. I was saying at the same time when you were giving your opinion, I agree. That was my favorite fight of the night. And I also agree that it feels like a classic flyweight fight. Like it feels like that Demetrius Johnson era of like flyweight fights. It's like everything is just happening at such a high pace where it almost feels like, are you watching your TV sped up? So it's always interesting when you have those feelings. But yeah, that was also my favorite fight of the night. That kind of concludes everything though, as far as this fight night is concerned. Next week, what we have on the boxing side is we have Jaime Munguia versus Canelo Alvarez.
Right.
That's going to be on May the 4th.
Be with you.
And yeah, right. May the 4th be with you. You beat me to it. And as far as the UFC is concerned, we have
301.
UFC 301 Alexandre Pantoja versus Steve Eckert. How do I say this?
I think it's
Ursig.
Ursig.
There we go.
Could be
There we
wrong.
go. Ursig. We also have the co-main event, the return of Jose Aldo versus Jonathan Martinez. Don't like that. Anthony Smith is against Vitor Petrino. Michelle Pajeda is against
Ihor
Lord,
Portiera, aka the
Ihor
Ukrainian
Portiera.
Florida man.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We got
Crazy
Paul
fight.
Craig on here against Chao Bohalio. So
Caio Bohalio, aka
Caio
Brazilian Stevo.
Bohalio. Yep. This is going to be a very interesting card. UFC 301 actually is going to be pretty interesting. We even got Karolina Kovalevich on the undercard.
She's still out here?
Yeah, she on the prelim.
Should we give our picks for main card? Well, for at least the boxing, who you got, Canelo or Munguia?
I got Canelo. Canelo for sure.
Canelo.
Man, I'm gonna say Munguia only because I thought Haney had. I mean, it's not the same thing, but in my heart I know Canelo, but I'm gonna say Munguia because you never know.
Let's do our picks for the main event. Let's actually just do our picks for this main card for UFC 301.
I do want to start from opener to main event or main event.
I want all y'all pull y'all notes out. Y'all notes app up. Write them down so we don't gotta jump back and be like, who did I pick?
Let me tell you something.
UFC 301
is such a daunting task.
Yeah, so now we ain't gotta do it. We're gonna pick them today. So the first one.
Hold on, bro. Let me get my notes app warmed up.
I got you.
Out here
I'm on your ass though. What's how you say Bohalio's first name?
Caio, like hard C.
Yeah, hard C. Yeah, Caio Bohalio versus Paul Craig. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna say, go ahead, Bryce.
I got Cal.
I'm going with Caio Borralho. Brazilian Steve-O's on the streak, bro.
I'm going with Kyle because he on the streak and they at the crib.
Yeah.
They at the
They
crib?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
they in
one's in
Brazil.
Brazil. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, okay.
Next we got Michelle Piheta versus say you got to say it, TJ.
Ihor Potieria.
Potieria. Who you got?
This is
I
actually
got
tough.
Pahea. I got Pahea. I can't not pick Pahea.
And he's been more disciplined too. Like he's not doing the crazy antics anymore.
Yeah.
That's tough. But Ehor's got that Florida energy. Like he was the one who did that the video game leg sweep move when he got comfortable with this shit last time, if I recall correctly.
I'm gonna go against the grain to pick Ehor. I'm gonna pick Ehor for
It's
this
something
one.
about that Florida energy, dog. He's from Ukraine. I was like, that's a Florida nigga. He's like, oh, he's Ukrainian. I'm gonna go with Ehor. And to be fair, too, if Michel Pejeda wins, I'm not surprised. But there's something about Ehor that's making me think you might have it. All right, what do we got next?
I get you.
Anthony Smith versus undefeated Vitor Petrino.
I know who you picking, Matt.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Vitor.
I know Vitor too.
All right. Next we got Jonathan Martinez versus Jose Aldo.
None of us believes in Anthony.
No.
I mean,
nah, Bryce.
I don't like this. I really don't like Jose Aldo coming back. I don't like it.
I'm gonna go with Jonathan Martinez because he's got like what 3 leg kick TKOs now. Dude's got something in his legs and Jose Aldo is known for leg kicks too. But has Jose Aldo ever gotten a leg kick TKO? Is he the other one?
and if anybody got
Edson
one,
Barbosa.
Edson Barbosa. Yeah, I don't know if Jose is ready for
Jose's never
the
TKO nobody with the leg kicks, but they don't be the same after.
I mean, like, well, who was that person that just fought Edson Barbosa? Like the experience.
Was it Sadiq?
It was
regular
Sadiq.
Sadiq?
Yeah, so it's hard to say.
Jose Aldo been off for a long time, man. I don't know.
But he's also been fighting like championship competitors.
Well, I mean, the last time he came off of a big hiatus that I remember is when he fought McGregor, and we all know how that panned out. So, but I'm gonna give it to the young guy.
Time off. I don't like that. I'm gonna pick Jose. This is the King of Rio, man. Damn. I'm picking with my heart and not with my brain.
Well, he might have the home base buff, so
he
never
might
know.
I'm gonna go with Jose.
All right.
Main event.
Main event.
Alexandre Pantoja versus. First of all, do you love me now?
Yeah, I will never pick
Pantoja.
against.
I'm never
Pantoja.
picking against him.
He's fighting different battles. He is fighting different battles.
Y'all not in the same fight, bro. He got it. Bryce, who you got?
I mean, the way y'all just said it, I guess I'm picking Pantoja too. Y'all made it seem like this motherfucker.
It's a variant of the Khalil force, bro. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
so
if you win the championship belt and your first thing on the Octagon interview is, "Do you love me now, Dad?" You were fighting something different. Your opponent never stood a chance, dog. Like,
no, that he fighting for the love of his father that he never had. Oh no, there's demonic energy in that one. That's cursed energy.
There's darkness there.
That's cursed energy.
He hit people with black flash. They don't even know it.
Any final thoughts, fellas?
UFC 301 is going to be insane. I'm excited for the Munguia Canelo card as well. Hopefully I can be awake for some of them.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of the Now Mind You podcast. This has been another episode of the combat portion of the Now Mind You podcast. You guys can find us on social media. You can find me at Matt Hambrick. That's MATTHAMBRICTJ.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS4__SKATE. Bryce, where can they find you?
And y'all can find me on Instagram at Axe_Onsa. That's AXE_ONCA baby. And where can they find us?
They can find us at Now Mind You Podcast, wherever you like to get your podcasts and wherever you like to get your social media. We appreciate you guys. Be safe. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.